Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire!
And tonight we're talking about The Flash!
Season 6, Episode 5. Kiss, kiss, preach, preach.
Thought it was a pretty good episode.
It was. I feel like both episodes, Arrow and The Flash, packed emotional punches tonight.
They did.
But The Flash more so.
For you.
For me. But Arrow's was very good too.
I mean, last week's Arrow killed me inside because she died.
That's sad. Super sad. Yeah. And Thea was in last week's episode.
But, like, this week was so sad. It was hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he finally earned Mia's respect.
He did.
And then in The Flash, I could care less about Caitlin's story tonight.
I mean, it was just a very small part of the episode.
But it always interrupted the more important bits.
It did.
Like,
I mean, because this episode was more of a Cisco-centered episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which he did a really good job with.
Yes, he did.
He's also really good at doing emotional stuff.
Yeah, he is. Very much so. I thought that his girlfriend was really cool.
Camila.
Yes, I never remember her name. It's not one that you hear a lot.
And it's with a K, not a C.
That's even weirder.
Because did you see her necklace? It was a K.
It was a sideways K. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The cat's like, I don't give a shit.
I mean, he pretty much always looks like that, but okay.
You don't give a shit, do you?
He's like, what are you doing?
You're such a cute kitty. I'm so easily distracted tonight. But yeah, Camilla was great. I love her.
She's great. I love that he's like, I didn't ask you to come. She's like, I know, I volunteered.
Right? I love that, what's his hero name? Breacher or something?
I think so.
Joshua is his real name.
Mm-hmm.
And he hates his real name or something.
Oh, her father?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, the actor is Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Trejo.
He's Machete!
Danny Trejo.
Machete. I mean, I'm just surprised he's not Machete in this because...
Wait, what was he in? Machete?
Well, he has his own movie line, B-rated movie line, Machete. And then in Spy Kids, he plays their Uncle Machete.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's Machete in, like...
Everything.
Exactly. So why the hell ain't he Machete in this? It threw me for a loop. The first time I saw him. Then I was just like, why aren't you Machete each time? Every time I see him, I'm like, why are you not Machete?
Yeah.
Because every time he shows up, I go, it's Machete! It's like, nope, that's not him. That's Joshua. It's like, that's such a boring name for him. I can't decide what accent I want to do tonight. But yeah, I like him. He did very well tonight.
He did. And Iris looked super pretty with her hair like that. I liked the natural curls.
Mm-hmm. Let those suckers out more often, girl. Damn. I like the fact that Barry took her on a vacation to 7 different beaches.
No, I think she said 15 beaches in 24 hours.
Did she?
Yeah. She's like, that's the advantage of being married to a speedster.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
there's other advantages too.
Yes, there is.
But that's one of them.
Now I'm just thinking about our conversation about Ralph. Very inappropriate, not suitable for YouTube.
It's not like we haven't said things like that before.
I know. But Ralph is the elongated man. You guys can do the math.
Yes.
We were talking about
Get your minds
Sue,
out of the gutter.
so please put your minds in the gutter. It'll help you understand what we were talking about. Now my eyes hurt. Because I'm smart. Oh, Lord. It's so weird tonight. Hold me. Hold me.
But yeah, like, I don't know what to say.
Right?
Like,
so much happened in this episode, and yet there's almost seems like nothing to talk about.
I'm glad that they finally were able to say I love you.
Right? Like, seriously, you spent the entire damn episode trying to figure out how to say it, and then it just slipped out.
And then he's like, well, yeah, I really do. And she's like, me too, a lot. And he's like, okay, you know, and then they didn't even actually say it, but they knew that that each other meant it.
Right.
So that's what mattered. But
yeah. But I do need to hear them both say it eventually.
Oh yeah, same.
It's just like when you say he's not dead till I see a body, it ain't love till I hear the word.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's nice to say something else, you know, that's kind of like unique or special to like you guys or whatever. But you still need to at least say it once in a while.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like on Star Wars. I love you.
I know. Like, it's okay to do that.
But eventually he did tell her he loved her too.
Yeah, and she said, I know. So it switched. They each did it. And in Ghost, she's like, ditto. And he's like, ditto. Like, I love you, ditto. You know? Which I think is a weird way to say me too, but okay.
Right? Now that just makes me think of the Pokemon. Which is a mimicry Pokemon. You know? So.
But I mean, I'm sure they will now that, like, they know.
Right.
That the other feels
now that it's out there.
Yeah.
They feel safe to say it.
Right.
I mean, if you actually love the person, you should feel safe to say it.
You should.
Like,
sometimes it just takes the other person a little bit longer to know.
Right. It's like there should never be pressure to say it if the other one said it first.
Yeah, like, I'll be like, oh, you know how I feel, or you know that I feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll still say it, or, like, won't say it. And they'll be like, it's okay if you aren't ready to say it yet.
Right.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah. Like, it should be okay for both of you to say it when you're both ready. Like, you know, like, one day, like, you guys might have a significant other, and then, like, you say I love you, and they're like, thank you. And then it's like, that's not...
You're like,
but they're not ready to say it, whether or not they feel that way.
I would just be like, it's okay if you aren't ready to say it back.
Right.
Just know that I love you and that I feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
But you say it when you're ready to, in your own time. It's fine.
Exactly. When I finally get my boyfriend, because y'all, that I'm gonna have a boyfriend, okay? I know that's been, like, very questionable throughout the entire existence of this channel, but I am gonna have a boyfriend.
I think it was questionable.
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. And mine wasn't even here. They were long distance. So.
Yeah. But you've actually had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, yeah. When I eventually have my boyfriend, if I end up saying it first, I'm not gonna have him pressured into saying it. Like, I'm gonna say, like, you say it in your own time, but I want you to know how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, and I hope he has the same
And that's
respect for me.
kind of what happened with me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it was like, oh, they already knew, like, that they felt that way before I did.
Right.
And then, like, I realized it, and I was like, oh, okay, I can say it now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, no
Yeah.
pressure.
Exactly.
There shouldn't be pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So yeah. Like, I like that there wasn't pressure for either of them to say it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, yeah, no, I feel that way too.
Right.
Like,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I felt the need that I felt that it was time for you guys to know I am not gay. No matter how much it might seem like I am. I will have a boyfriend and a husband in the future. But, I felt like eventually that would need to be said. So,
yeah.
Talking about love, why not? But, yeah. I'm so sad that she's dead.
Me too.
She
And,
was
okay, like,
oh, I loved her.
What he said at the end, like, I almost wanted to cry, because I was like...
Dude, I almost did.
Like, I felt that way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I legit, like, totally understand that, because it's like, I felt like that kind of is what happened too. It's like, oh, they brought you to the place where, like, you need to be as a person, and, like, helped you, and, were there in a time when you needed that.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to prepare you to be with the person who you're supposed to be with.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
And so, and I loved too how, like, the theme of this episode was just all about having faith in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, believing and having faith in other people. Like, because that is what will help you to live a good life, and, like, live your life is actually having faith in other people.
Yeah.
And having faith in yourself too, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But,
like Cisco discovered.
Yeah, but just, like, believing in people, believing that, they can make things better, believing you can make things better and make a difference. And, just, I don't know. I liked that was, like, kind of the thing that kept being brought up throughout the episode.
Yeah.
From Caitlin, from Camila, from Iris, from, Joe, Cisco. Like,
yeah. I totally thought that it was going to be that one bureau guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be Echo,
Yeah.
And then when he realized, about the code, when he said it's been on, like, Wi-Fi network, I'm like, oh shit, it's one of the Ciscos.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
because at first we thought Echo was that other guy.
Right. And then, like, the moment he said it's been on an open Wi-Fi network, I'm like, fuck, it's Cisco. Like, it's one of the other Ciscos.
And that scene with both of them was really good.
It was so well done.
It was. Even the fighting was well done. Yeah. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I love that he outsmarted the smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
No. He's like, yeah, no, I'm smart.
I'm smarter than you.
Yeah. And
deal with it.
Right? I love that even though Cynthia knew it was her time, that she was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
She knew that she was like the one person who can figure it out. Who will try his very best to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
The one person who can capture my murderer. And she spends her last moments getting him to Cisco. Like, the fact that she still had that much faith in him after breaking up with him, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think that she still really loved him.
Yeah, just to like always be that proud of them and just have that faith that like they'll do what you know they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like that they'll achieve and be successful, and you know.
Yeah. She put her death in his hands.
Yeah.
Because I think that she still really loved him, and that the only reason why they broke up is that she couldn't, like, they couldn't, Cisco didn't want to go work with them.
Right.
And they couldn't handle that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, long distance is hard enough, but interdimensional.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, time travel would be great and fun and everything, but I'd be like, no, you're cool and it was so great to meet you, but I don't want to be with you.
I mean, it's not time travel, but yeah.
I mean, if it was time travel.
Right.
Like, you'd have this, like, whirlwind, just, like, you know, once in a lifetime thing that happened, and then you're like, I have to go back to my own time.
You should watch the ABC Family movie, My Future Boyfriend. It's a good, cheesy, romantic movie where he's from the future.
I mean, that's basically Back to the Future 3, but okay.
No.
I mean, with the Doc and Clara, because he's from the future and she's from that time, and he tells her the truth, and she doesn't believe him. But then she's like, Emmett, I love you.
His name is Emmett.
Yeah.
Oh.
Emmett L. Brown.
I just know him as Doc Brown.
Yeah, his name is Emmett.
He's Doc Brown, and then there's Charlie Brown. It's just...
Yeah, no, I know. He's mostly called Doc Brown. Because that's what Marty calls him. He calls him Doc.
Yeah.
But she called him Emmett.
So, probably saw that one, like, once or twice.
Other than the first one, it's the best.
I don't even remember it.
Nobody remembers the third one. It's so underrated. And it's so much fun because it's like a Western adventure in the Old West, and I love it. Like it's so hilarious. It's got that subtle humor, and it's awesome.
We went and saw the train that one time, remember?
We did. It was cool. In Jamestown.
But I was just knowing that she's not gonna be on Earth 19 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Like, I was happy just knowing she was out there.
Right.
Like, whether or not he had powers, they could still team up sometimes.
Mm-hmm. We
could still see her, like, hanging out with him. I know that they wouldn't be together because this goes with Camille. Right. But, like, they could still hang out and be friends. And, like, now that can't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how I feel about this. I haven't processed my emotions over this, and I had, like, 2 hours to do that.
But we were talking about other things.
Yeah.
So. No, like, I know, it's weird that she's not around anymore.
Yeah. I don't, like, I don't know, I just really enjoyed her, and the fact that she's not gonna get Star at all, ever again. I mean, unless there's another Earth where she's also, what was her name?
Gypsy?
Yes. Where she's also Gypsy.
Yeah.
I knew it started with, I knew it started with that, but I couldn't remember how to finish it. You know, like I knew the letter, but maybe there's another gypsy out there.
Maybe.
That he could be friends with. That's still super cool.
Yeah.
But I love that Joshua gave his consent on Camilla.
Me too.
Like
that was so sweet.
And you can come too. I like you.
And Gypsy would have liked you too.
Yeah. Like, I love that they did that because it gives the closure on that whole storyline.
Yeah, it does.
And I hope that next week we get to see him and her go to 19 and we get to see 19.
Yeah,
I would love to see 19. Yeah, but I want to see 19.
They show it.
I would like
next week looks like a whole James Bond adventure.
Right. I want to see the Accelerated Man. I mean,
he has a license.
He does.
Alan, very
Oh
Alan.
my gosh. KMS.
But he did look good at the suit.
Holy
We have to say that.
He looks so freaking fun.
He did.
Oh.
Ralph did too.
Yes.
He cleans up nice.
He does. Ralph had I really enjoyed Ralph tonight.
Me too.
He didn't show up much.
He didn't, but it was so cool how he like came in and saved Joe and Wells or Nash or whatever the crap his name is.
They call him Nash.
Nash Wells.
Nash Wells. Don't mess with the
He's
Nash.
like the Indiana Jones Wells.
Let's
find hidden treasure.
His name should have been Harrison Indy Wells. Or Harrison Jones Wells. Yes. And then he'd be known as Jones. Dr. Jones.
Martha Jones.
She's not a doctor yet.
So she's still a Jones.
She is.
She's so precious.
She is. I love her.
I don't want her to go.
You still have like 8 episodes left.
I know, but it's only one season with her.
She shows up again. In Donna's last couple episodes.
But it's not the same.
No.
And to think, the first thing I saw her on was not Doctor Who. It was New Amsterdam. Which she's also great on, by the way, and you should watch if you like that type of a show.
But
I mean, it was interesting how, like, with Cisco and everything that happened, you know, the white noise was connecting with his brain.
Well, it was,
you know, or whatever it was called, neural.
It was almost like
thing.
Yes, you're pawing my arm. What do you want?
He's probably just stretching.
It's almost like tonight's Friends episode with the
hypnosis tape.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what it is, you know, like.
Yeah.
He controlled him to do a few things, hypnotic suggestion with numbers.
Right.
With frequency within the white noise.
Yeah.
Why does he sleep with white noise anyways?
A lot of people do that.
That shit's creepy.
It helps to block out, like, thoughts that keep you awake.
I would rather just music.
Yeah, me too. I have music on.
Like, I mean, I saw the movie White Noise. I can't hear white noise and not
In the
start to get
same way
creeped out.
anymore.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I have my radio on low and then I have my TV on too.
when I start hearing white noise for too long, I start worrying about hearing voices in it, okay?
Oh yeah, that's creepy. Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the whole idea.
I would rather hear something like calming or relaxing.
Instead of like
ocean waves or like
Oh,
rain
no.
falling or
I would
something that's
like the leaves rustling in the wind.
yeah, that or just something that's nice like that or instrumental music or
Yes.
you know, something like that.
Mhm. Pre-recorded shit, okay? So that you can't put like
Yeah.
like people falling asleep to this ASMR stuff on YouTube. Like you
I
get
mean, that's
halfway through the
interesting,
video,
but
you
it's
fall
kinda
asleep,
weird.
and you don't know what they're saying when you're asleep.
You're right.
Like,
You're like, are they saying this stuff that's in my dream?
or like you wake up suddenly having a craving for something you've never had before. I wonder
And
why.
you're just like, what?
You wake up thinking negative thoughts of that person because, why? Did they tell you to kill someone? Like, I mean, come on. It's a dangerous slope, you guys. Like, I mean, those are just the dangers of it. I'm sure there's, like,
More.
you know, well, yeah, there's more dangers, but, like, I'm sure there's, I mean, it's a good way to fall asleep, most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna do it because I don't trust people. People are shitheads.
Oh, with like pre-recorded?
No, I would do pre-recorded. Like, I would watch the video first before I fell asleep to it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, ASMR is interesting, but I wouldn't want to fall asleep to it.
No, I feel like someone whispering to me would just be creepy AF. Like,
I would
this
rather
random ass voice wakes you up in the middle of the night. I am not gonna think I'm alone in the
I don't
room.
really listen to ASMR much just because like that kind of stuff is weird. Like it's interesting, but it's weird. Because it's like, when should I listen to this? Not when I fall asleep, or not as I'm trying to fall asleep. So during self-care, during trying to focus, like what, when am I? It's just, I don't know.
Well, people use it to fall asleep.
I know, but it's just,
it's a little disturbing.
It is disturbing.
A random ass person.
I like to listen to instrumental music when I'm trying to study or like focus because that really helps.
Yes. But yeah, like, why the white noise, you guys?
I don't know.
Why do you fall asleep?
Do you guys use white noise?
Yes, do you, and why?
Does it help you? Does it creep you out? Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts.
We watched that Kelly episode together, okay?
We did.
I'm done. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what else to say.
Nash at the very end.
Yeah.
I have, and I know how to say
I know how to say Barry, and they're just like, what the?
Right. Joe looks all like excited and happy, and Caitlin's Frost is a little confused, and then like you have Ralph just like, the fuck? Do I even want to listen to this?
And I mean, I know Barry thinks that Cisco would be really great as the head of the team, but Ralph would be too.
Ralph has already done it. Cisco hasn't had any experience.
Like, Ralph needs to do that again.
Yeah. Like, we went over the reasons, I think, last week. So if you're curious on the reasons why we believe Ralph would make a better leader, I'll watch last week's video. Is there anything else we should talk about?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Don't think so either.
I can't think of anything. Because I feel like I'd be going around in circles and
Yeah.
repeating myself.
Yeah. But okay. When Barry and Iris got back, and they were talking to Cisco, and Cisco was having that breakdown, like, how can, like, about, like, is it okay that I'm feeling this way about Camilla when,
Right.
like, my ex just died? Like, and, you know, like, I was just like, well, that just shows how much you're in love. And, like, I'm sitting here going, Cisco, Iris was in the same damn circumstance.
Right.
Like, she was in love and engaged to Eddie. And then she married Barry after Eddie died. Like,
well, not right away.
Well, yeah, but they,
I mean, there were timeline changes, and there was Flashpoint, and there was all this stuff in between.
Yeah. But, you know, like, I mean,
yeah.
She started having feelings for Barry relatively soon after he died.
Like season 2-ish.
Yeah. But, like, Barry moved on because he wanted to give her space.
At the end of season 2.
Yeah. I mean, that hadn't even been a year. And so, you know, like, she's been through that. She knows what he's going through. The conflicting feelings he's having. He should talk to her. Like, go out to dinner or lunch or coffee or whatever with Iris and have that one-on-one chat.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a nice friendship moment, too. Just to see that, because you don't really get to see a lot of stuff with them.
No. So. You don't really get to see a lot of Iris with anyone but Barry or Joe or Cecile. Like, just her family. I mean, you get Ralph, but I would love to see a girls' night out.
I mean, we saw a little bit with her and Caitlin in the past.
Yeah, but nothing, like, substantial. No. I would love to see a girls' night out.
I did see that one scene, though, when she was starting to have feelings for Barry, and she was talking to Caitlin about it. That was back in, like, season 2.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty significant moment.
Yeah, but they've never done, like, anything other than talk about their feelings about boys. Yeah. Like, I get that that's, like, this big, huge thing that girls supposedly do.
Not really.
Or maybe we were just in the wrong friend groups.
Our friendship is based on TV shows.
It is.
And movies, and music, and all that stuff.
Yup. Our friendship is not based on talking about our relationship.
No, or really anything personal that much.
No, not really.
Doesn't mean that we don't care.
Exactly.
It just means that we would rather spend time talking about other things.
Yes. This is our safe zone for other things. We have friends where we have safe zones for personal shit.
Yeah.
And then we have our safe zone. Mm-hmm. So, everyone should have a friend and you just, like, hang out with that you don't have to share all your shit with.
It's true.
You know? Because then it doesn't bog down the relationship. But, I think that, like, that should be the Iris and Caitlin relationship. I think they should have that. I mean, they can even bond over the fact that Ronnie keeps dying and then Eddie died.
Ronnie for like 3 seasons.
I know, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, they both lost their significant other. Should do some freaking bonding. I know. Neither did I. Stupid Dawns. But,
I mean, I was all about the Barry and Iris.
Mm-hmm. From moment one.
It's still beating. That's my
and
OTP
then
tag
I saw her in Men.
And then I saw her smile.
And yeah, and
Yeah.
man, that can't be.
You're worth being on time for. The line still gets to me every time, and that was season 1.
Yeah.
But my OTP tag for them is the line he says in the pilot when he's like, "It's still beating."
Yeah.
So, because some people will change them according to like a new thing that's said that's like really sweet or whatever, but I just keep it the same because if I changed it too much, then I'd get confused.
Right.
So I was just like, no, I'm just gonna keep one for them and use that one consistently, you know.
Yeah.
Like for Piper and Leo, it's "I was born to love you," which she says at the wedding, like in her vows or whatever. And like, Chandler and Monica's is like "My prince, my soulmate, my friend," which was also said in her wedding vows. And I don't know.
Are you gonna have one for Cisco and Camille?
I don't know. I don't know what theirs would be.
We haven't really had that much time with them.
The only OTP that I have on the Flash right now is Barry and Iris. I mean, I like the other couples.
I mean, we do have one more. She just hasn't shown up yet.
Sue and Ralph. I'm so excited! I need to see Sue.
Don't tell me I scared you.
I need to know who Sue is. Have they already casted her?
I think so. Because she's gonna show up this season, so they should have already casted her.
Anyway, they'll probably be in
OTP. Yeah. They're OTP for me. Because
Veronica and Logan were in OTP, but that's gone to hell now.
So is there anything else? I think.
No, I'm good.
So
I guess until next time, keep believing in the impossible.